All right, we're going to get started. So we're going to start on our feet and we're going to just loosen up our shoulders. Kind of a rainy day outside. So good day to just do some stretching and maybe de-stress our bodies. So let's take a big inhale and an exhale. Also, if you want to, just put on your favorite music in the background. Let's do that again. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you could put on some good praise and worship tunes that are just nice and gentle, not something too invigorating. Let's roll those shoulders back nice and big and take them the other way. And just do an intentional press down with the shoulders. While you're doing that, go ahead and take those feet about hip width apart and wiggle those toes. Good. So you want to bring some awareness into your feet, all the way from the feet to the top of the head. So as you're standing there, let's think about our feet. Let's plant them, spread your toes out nice and wide. Just kind of plant them into the mat. Take your hands, just relax them by your legs. Tuck your hips under slightly. Squeeze your glutes a little bit. So you've starting to engage your core already without even moving. We're engaging our core from the lower body up. So we have our feet planted. We have our knees soft. We have a little bit of tension in our glutes and thighs, squeezing them in together. Slight pelvic tilt. You're the only one who's going to notice that difference. And then abs are in and lifted. So you kind of pull those abs in and up. Shoulder blades drop back and down. Shoulders drop back and down. All right, so just hold that position. We're going to inhale and exhale. Now we've just been doing some regular breathing, inhale and exhale. I want you to inhale through the nose and hold it for like 3 counts, 3, 2, 1, and exhale through the mouth. So kind of push that air out. So it's a, and just relax. We're going to do that again. Inhale, nose, hold, exhale. Okay, the next time we're going to do that, we're going to reach those arms up overhead. Inhale, nose. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, nose. And exhale. Good. Take those hands. Reach them right behind your back. Maybe you could clasp them together, holding on to one thumb. Pull your shoulder blades. Pull them back as far as you can. And then release them. Do that again. Pull and squeeze back behind you and release. As you pull and squeeze, make sure you don't hunch up. So you want to keep the neck long. So we pull back and down, pulling back and release. On the next one, we release our arms. Big inhale up. Exhale, we're going to forward fold right down toward our toes. Just look right between your legs. Try to relax your head and bring it right back up. Big inhale up, hands behind the back again as you exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Big inhale, exhale, forward fold. Look right between the legs, bring it back up. Inhale, hands behind the back, squeeze the shoulder blades as you exhale. 1 more time. Inhale, forward fold, exhale, and inhale up. And exhale. Now slide those hands up to your hips so that your fingers are pointing down, and squeeze those shoulder blades back again. Squeeze your glutes. Put a lot of tension in your butt right here. Hold right there. We're going to come back to this place after we do our inhale and exhale, and we're going to take our back bend next time. So inhale. First, we're going to forward fold. Exhale. And bring it back up. Inhale. Hands to the hips and exhale, a little back bend. Let's do that again. Inhale up, exhale, forward fold, look between the legs, bring it back up. Inhale, hands on the hips. Exhale, back bend. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale and back bend. Try to take it a little deeper. All right, bring it right back up. Inhale. Now this time when you exhale, bend your right arm and just stretch straight over to the side. Inhale up, other way. Good. Just flow through this. Just inhaling and exhaling and deepening your stretch every time. You got it. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time each way. Inhale, exhale. Now inhale, hands on the hips. Take that back bend as you exhale. Inhale up, exhale, forward fold. Take your hands, grab each opposite elbow. So you're letting your hands grab, your arms kind of cross, your head is heavy, and just shake your head yes, and shake your head no, just loosening that tension in your neck. In the same spot, give me a gentle sway right and left as you do, deepen the stretch in the back. Inhale, exhale, and we're gonna take it up again. Big inhale, this time hands to the hips, exhale, inhale up, grab your wrist, pull it over as you exhale, inhale up, grab your other wrist, pull over, inhale up, grab one thumb and back bend. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. We'll do that one more time. Bring it up nice and high. Grab your wrist, pull over. Inhale, exhale, other way. Inhale, grab a thumb, back bend. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. Okay, so you're facing the same long direction as your mat. Take your inhale and hands go right above your knees. Flatten out that back, pull back with the shoulders. Exhale, forward fold, hands down. We're gonna go back into that nice long plank. So if you need to, you could always go down to your elbows to protect the wrist. But if you can, hold this plank here. We're gonna push the heels down and back, lift the knees, squeeze the thighs and glutes in toward each other. Abs are in, shoulders down and back. Now, I want you just to drop one knee to the mat and then lift it up. Feel the tightness in the core as you drop down, as you lift, feel that strength, feel the energy in the middle of the body, bend it, straighten and lift, bend, straighten and lift. Let's do one more each way. Bend down, lift up, one more, bend down, and lift. We're gonna bend both arms and take it as low as we can to the mat. That nice slow push up. Tuck the toes under, lift up the back in your big upward dog stretch. So pulling the shoulders, again, a place where if it bothers your back, you could always bend halfway or you could stay on your elbows. But we have already warmed up and stretched our back. So hopefully this place doesn't feel too bad to you. Okay, tuck those toes under, go into downward dog, pedal those feet, push your heels, each one going down, push and push, stretching out. Now we're gonna start to work on some of those hips and hip stretches, lower body strengthening. That's our focus for today, but we will get full body. Okay, bend both knees, let your head drop, let your knees be soft, your head be heavy, in your downward dog. Now we're gonna take that right leg and lift it nice and high and bring the knee to the nose. This is strength. Push it back, do it again, knee to nose, push it back. One more time, knee to nose, push it back, and bring the foot right in between the hands. foot right in between the hands. So my chest right now is resting on my thigh. Got my back heel lifted. I'm going to try to lift up slightly so I can take my body off of my leg and just center back. Nice slow lunge. Let's reach back down again. Drop that back knee. Feel the stretch. We're just going to stay here. And then we're going to go right back to that straight leg. This time, you're going to come up and up just like you did and lift those arms all the way up. Good. Holding right here. Little fire in the legs, right? I know this is a strength for the legs. We'll hold 2 more breaths right here. Inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. Now put those hands down. Drop that back knee again. Tuck the back toes under. So now you have a deeper stretch right here. If you need to, you can just inch that front foot forward a little bit, or you can take it out to the side to help you stretch. All right, we're going to take our, so if you have your right leg in front, you're going to take your right hand inside your right foot and take that left hand out a little bit. It may actually come to the outside of the mat. It may come off the mat right here, depending, or you can just adjust accordingly. Now, I like to do a slight rocking motion right here, right and left, just kind of stretching out. We're really stretching out the back leg. That's a big stretch in the hip flexor, big stretch in the quads, but you also have inner thigh and hip going on, stretch on the other side. Holding here. Just inhale, exhale. Now, your right hand, I'm just moving on into deepening our stretches today. Take your right hand, cross it under that right knee. Maybe bring that left hand in a little bit and gently sway. This is going to open up that front hip some more. Try to keep the right foot on the ground. Just stretching right and left. Little sway. All right, let's bring that hand that's under, bring it back on top. Go back to your plank. Lower all the way down. Tuck the toes under. Lift up into your upward dog. Oh yeah, feel that stretch. Touch the toes, take it into downward dog. Soften the knees, lift the belly, push the hips back, stretch, and pedal those feet again. I know that we do a lot of movement during the week that really makes for tight calves. So this is such a good stretch right here. Pushing one heel all the way down or as low as you can go, and then the other. Now both heels down and back, soften the knees. Let the head be heavy, lift that through the abs, and take that left leg, reach it all the way up. Bring the knee to the nose, push it back, knee to nose, push it back. One more time, knee to nose, push it back, and bring the left foot front. Holding here. So again, your chest is resting on your thigh, just holding right here. Now we're going to try to pick up your hands and just balance. Holding here. Lots of strength. Feel that back leg. Maybe push your back heel back a little bit more. Feel the fire there in that back leg as it strengthens and it stretches. And let's take those hands back down. Let the knee bend and just relax for a second. You know, we're going to do that one more time. Inhale, exhale. All right. Pick it up again. Now we're going to come up with our hands and then up and lifting up. So we're lifting nice and high and then drop the shoulders. Pull the abs in. Take 2 more breaths right here. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Hands go down. Drop that back knee. Tuck the back toe under. Hold your stretch. You guys are doing great. All right, take that outside hand, bring it inside the foot. So left foot is inside the left, or left hand inside the left foot. Right hand goes out, and just take your sway, gentle sway, right and left, right and left. You're doing great. Hold that stretch. Remember, you have the left foot planted. Now we're going to slide the right hand in a little bit. Take that left hand, see if you can put it under the left knee, and do that same gentle rocking motion. Again, a big hip flexor and quad stretch on the right leg, the one that's behind you, and opening up the hip on the left. All right, we're going to take that hand back around, tuck that back toe under, take it back to your strong plank, pull your abs in, lower all the way down, tuck the toes, lift up, upward dog, tuck the toes again, downward dog, soften the knees. Take that right leg, lift it all the way up. This time we're going to kick it back, opening up our hips, and bring it back to an extension, knee to nose, just like we did. Extend it back. Bring that knee to your elbow of the same side and press forward, and take it back into the opposite elbow. Take it back, and this time we're going to go into our pigeon stretch. So we are letting the right leg come across the body right here and lifting up on our fingertips. Good, holding this stretch. Now this may be really uncomfortable for you, and if it is, I just want you to turn slightly, bend that back leg, and just hold your stretch right here. So either place, it can be across. Now if you're okay, you're gonna lower down to your elbows, hold right here, hold the stretch, inhale, exhale, and you could even go a little lower if it felt good, and let your head go to the mat. Let your head go all the way to the mat. So while you're holding this stretch, because it's good to take this one for a few breaths, I am continuing to go through a book that with you guys called Beholding and Becoming, The Art of Everyday Worship. And in the chapter that I wanted to just share something out of today, is talking more about beholding God in the midst of like our failures. So a lot of times, I don't know if you're like me, I don't like to think about failures. They're not very fun. I told you at the beginning, I wasn't even thinking in related to this, but I was kind of watching some of my videos and I was thinking, ooh, that's not really what I thought was happening. So it might be, you know, big failures or little failures that can get us. But she says in here, have you known the shame of not doing what you said you do? Do you fear and worry about disappointing others? I have, and I do regularly. If your hope is in Jesus the Savior, these daily failures and inconsistencies do not define you before a holy God, but drive you to gratefulness for his saving grace that doesn't leave you there. God allows us to feel the weight of our shortcomings so that we might behold the abundance of his grace. I love that. She's talking both about our big failures and our small shortcomings. All right. So, not that I want just for you to think about failures the whole time, but I think you'd probably like to come out of this pose, which you've been very successful in. So go ahead and come up and tuck that back toe again. Come back into your strong plank again, and we're gonna hold it here. Hold your plank. Squeeze your glutes and thighs, nice and tight. Put some tension in your body right there. You're doing so good. Good, I love it. So abs are in, feeling strong, feeling focused. Now I want you to lower down with that slow push up all the way down, just like you did. Good. Tuck those toes under, lift up into your upward dog. Feel the stretch. This time while you're here, See if you can lift those thighs gently off the mat. Just holding right there. Good. If you can't, that's okay too. Drop those knees down and take it back into a child's pose. We're gonna flow through, this may feel really good on your back. We're gonna flow through some upward dog to child pose. So just come right back forward again, lift up, lift the thighs, bend the knees, put them down, and push back. Now just go through that gently, like a few times on your own. If you're comfortable lifting your thighs off the mat, do that. If not, just flow through back and front. And front and back. Inhale, exhale. You want to take the inhale when you're up in your upward dog, and then you want to exhale as you go into that child's pose. All right, on the next one, when you get to your upward dog, we're going to tuck those toes under again, take it up into our strong downward dog, pedal those feet again, pushing and pushing, soften your knees, lift the hips slightly, lift the abs, and we're going to do the left side. So take that left leg all the way up and kick it back if you can, holding right here, feeling your hips open up, feel that stretch. Now push it back, knee to nose, take it back, knee to same elbow, stretch it back, take it to the opposite elbow, stretch it back, and we're going to bring it front for pigeon pose on the other side. So on the pigeon pose, the one leg is coming straight across, or whatever works for your body. Remember, if it doesn't work, you just angle those legs. You can go to the forward fold from a both leg bent position. So lift up nice and high, pull your shoulders back. Now we're going to come down to our elbow to elbow and hold right here. Holding and holding. So I have a verse that I wanted to read that goes along with what we just talked about. The steps of a man are established by the Lord. When he delights in his way, though he fall, he shall not be cast headlong, for the Lord upholds his hand. Psalm 37, 23 through 24. So I'd like you to think, while you're stretching right here, of something that feels like a failure to you. It can be small. It could be that you are doing the challenge and you drank coffee on your first day or whatever. It can be maybe you want to call it a shortcoming instead of a failure. But remember that our failures, we learn from our failures. We also learn how to trust God and lean into God from our failures. So we don't want to fight those. We want to just go ahead and accept them, know that every person deals with them, every person has them, and they're there for a reason. So even in our shortcomings, even in our failures, we want to be grateful. Grateful for what you can learn, grateful for how God can use you, or grateful that you just can get to know God better through them. Inhale and exhale right here. And we're going to come back up. Tuck that back toe. Take your back leg into your nice strong plank again. Drop those knees. Now this time, when we go back into child's pose, we're going to actually take those knees a little wider so that we've opened up our hips. So our knees are wide and our feet are together. Now you have the option, if this does not work well for your body, you can put those knees back forward. This is just more of a hip opener. So we're going to flow front right here and back. And take it front and back. So a couple more times. Inhale front, so my feet are together, so you can see my knees are wide like the mat. It's kind of a froggy child's pose, right? Taking it front one more time and taking it back. On the back, let's let that forehead go to the mat. Let's just inhale and exhale in this place.
Deepening the stretch in the hips. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. If the stretch in the hips is too much, just bring those knees back in together, and it'll keep the stretch more centered in the back. All right, from this place, we're going to come, bring your hands in front of you, come up so your arms are long. We're going to bring those knees back, square it up so we're on all fours, and we're going to circle our hips. Circle them to the right, stretch them back a little further each time, and circle them to the left. So back and around, and back and around. You got it. And back to the center. Now round and flex right here, cat and cow. So exaggerate it as much as you can. You want to round up and you want to flex. When you're in your flex position, take your big inhale, exhale as you, and push that body, that air out as you lift. So inhale deep, exhale, lift. One more time. And take your lift, take your toes, tuck them under. We're going to walk those hands up by our feet. Both hands come all the way up. Inhale, and as you exhale, I just want you to turn to the side of your mat and take your hands behind your back again. So hands behind your back, see if you can clasp them. Let's go ahead and point those toes more toward the front. Mine naturally like to go out. We're going to point them toward the front. We're going to lean over. So I've got my hands clasped and just try to let them lift a little bit. Feeling your stretch. Bring it all the way up. Now from this place, I want you to turn your right leg toward the front of your mat. Go ahead and let the left one angle back and whatever's comfortable, but you're going to go into a lunge that would be more like your warrior lunge. And we're going to take it forward again, right inside the thigh, and lift those arms again. This is called the humble warrior, when you're reaching forward, feeling that stretch. A lot of stretch and strength in that front leg. Holding here. Now bring it up, release it. Take your top arm and reach it over your head and stretch back. Let's take this arm that's hanging right here by your leg, reach it behind your back, and feel the full stretch right here on both sides of the body. Good. All right, release that arm back down. Turn back so your toes are both facing front. Big inhale right here. As you exhale, we're going to pull those elbows down toward the knees. Lift up. Keep those toes facing forward. Take your butt to the back. A lot of times we do this with the toes out. This time we're doing it with the butt back and the toes front. If that's not comfortable and you need to turn your toes out for you, you go for that. So strong pull. One more on this last one. Clasp your hands behind you and just forward fold again. Let the arms float up. Lean slightly to your right leg, slightly to your left. Feel that stretch. Holding here. Deepen your stretch. And come all the way up. Okay, we're going to turn toward the other way. So the left foot is pointing toward the back of your mat, angle. Pull the abs in, lift nice and high. Inhale and exhale into your humble warrior right here. Good. Feeling your stretch. Inhale, exhale, letting those arms pull back, feeling in your chest, your shoulders, your back, and your legs. Release those hands. Come on up. Take one hand behind your back, one overhead. Lean back. Open up. Feel the stretch in the sides. Nice work. Back to the center. Inhale up. This time do what's comfortable for you. Knees and toes out or forward.
We're gonna pull down again. Lift up nice and strong, pulling down, lift up, pull down. As you pull, I want you to squeeze those shoulder blades behind you. Lift, pull back. One more time, lift. Now hands to the floor in front of you. Hands to the floor, look right between your legs. Let your head be heavy. I want you to kind of rock gently, front and back, gentle rock. Got it. Feeling the stretch, letting the head be heavy. Now take your hands, place them flat on the floor. If they'll go there, you could be on your fingertips. We're just gonna heel toe, nose feet in until they're just a little wider than hip distance, and start walking your hands back towards your heels, and we're going to take our nice low squat. Nice low squat, feeling the stretch like a little frog, and lengthen it up. Come all the way up, nice and tall. Turn back toward the front of your mat. Give your big stretch. Take your hands behind you. Clasp one more time and hinge forward. Just to about a flat tabletop, like we've done. Soften your knees, like we've done with your hands on your knees. This time, more strength and stretch in the legs. Release the hands. Inhale, we're gonna put them in front of us. Bend those knees. Come down low. Pick up your heels. Little balance and strength. One hand up at a time. Lift the shoulders, pull back. Good, abs are in. Now we're gonna gently come to a seated position. Pick those feet up and take it to our boat pose. Hands up, abs in, shoulders drop. Breathe right here. Just inhale and exhale. From the boat, we're gonna go to the canoe. Nice and low, hold it here, and bring it right back up to the boat. If this doesn't work for you, you might just want to hold the boat, tension in the abs. We're going to do this 3 more times. So down low, and lift, and 2 more times, down low, and lift. 1 more, down low, and lift. Feet on the ground, slowly lower down, using those abs, and go as slow as you can, all the way down. Oh, yeah. That one's counting. Bring those feet in a little closer. We're gonna bridge up by lifting the hips, taking those hands, clasping them behind you again. So right behind you, squeeze your thighs, nice and tight. Oh, yes, lift the hips. Now pull in at the thighs, lots of tension in the glutes, tension in the thighs. Inhale, exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale. And 1 more time. Inhale and exhale. Lower down all the way. Pull the thighs in. Slight sway side to side. We're going to go ahead and do some of our stretching of our hamstrings right here. If you need a strap, if you have one, if you have a strap, you could put it around your foot. If you don't have to, if you have a towel, you could use that, or you can just use your hands and lift that leg right here. If you happen to have a strap, I'm going to show you what you would do. You would just take that loop. Well, mine seems to get really small. Okay, take that loop around your foot and use, or just loop your whole strap or your towel right around your foot, and you would just pull in. Good, just inhale and exhale. The way we work with, and again, if you're not using the strap, you just hold the thigh right here. The way that it works with stretching our hamstrings is we want to hold the stretch and breathe through it, and then we want to try to deepen the stretch you want to take an inhale and exhale in both places, right? Inhale, exhale, and then deepen the stretch and inhale and exhale. Now we're going to open up that leg. So if you were holding the strap, you would just let it open up right here. If you're not, you're just going to take your hand on your calf, your other hand on your hip to hold it down, and just hold the stretch. So I think a lot of you may not have a strap, so I'm just going to do this one without the strap, but you know what to do if you do. And it usually just helps in assisting you to get a deeper stretch. All right, let's take one more breath here. Now we're going to bring this leg back up. It's the right leg. We're crossing the ankle over the left knee. We're going to grab that left thigh, pull it in as close as we can. Inhale and exhale. Now we'll take our top foot, that right foot, right over to the left side. Open up the arms wide. Look over your right shoulder. Feel the stretch in your right hip and maybe even in your left glute. You're also going to feel some stretch going through your back. Keep those legs crossed just as they are. Bring them all the way over to the other side. So I've got my right leg on top, kind of crossed over my left, not really too much on the knee, more on the thigh. And I'm letting it gently pull the left knee down toward the mat. So I feel a lot of stretch in my lower back on my left side. And it's also stretching out my hip. Looking over my left shoulder. Holding here. Now bring it back to the center, uncross. Just take your legs a little right and left with the knees, and we'll go to the other side. So lengthen out the right leg, lengthen up the left leg. Take your inhale, exhale, and pull it in. And again, if you have a strap handy, you could put it around the bottom of your left foot. And you would just use the strap to pull. Feel the stretch in the back of your thigh, holding right here. Inhale and exhale. As you exhale, deepen your stretch, pulling in further. Holding the stretch. Okay, we're going to take that left hand inside or hold the strap inside the left calf, pulling across, making sure that your right hip doesn't open up and come off of the mat. Open up right here. Feel that stretch. Now bring it all the way back. You can take the strap off if you like. Take that left knee, bend it, left ankle over the right knee, pull the right thigh into the chest. I love to deepen this stretch by rolling slightly to my right hip, taking my left elbow, pushing away on my left thigh, holding here. Just those extra little placements or positions can really deepen your stretch, help you maximize your results. Okay, staying just like you are, take that left foot that's on top all the way over to the floor on the right side and look over your left shoulder. Arms are out wide, feeling the stretch in your left hip. Holding here. Now keeping the legs crossed. Make your cross so it's not at the knee, but above the knee on the thigh. Pull it all the way over to the left side and look over your right shoulder. Holding here. Back to the center. Pull, release the legs, pull those thighs in. I want to release one and then the other. Lengthen out and lengthen out. Keeping about a fifth
between your chin and your chest. You could lift slightly, keeping your shoulders down and back, looking at the ceiling, pulling your abs in, or if that's too much strain on the neck, just release. Either way, you're going to just use that core one more time before we go into our final stretches. So pulling in and in, lengthen it up. We'll do about 8 and 7 and 6. Abs are in, shoulders dropped. And 4, 3, 2, pulling in, and 1. Nice. Pull both legs in again. One of my favorite stretches. Happy baby. Reach that hand in, grab the big toe. Reach the other hand, grab the big toe. Gently rock side to side. We have a baby. Well, not me, obviously, but my daughter and son-in-law have a baby due this Saturday. So pretty soon, I'm going to have to come up with a happy grandma stretch. Except I don't know what my name's going to be, but happy whoever I am stretch. All right, reach one leg out to the side while you're doing happy baby. Kickstand it out, stretch and stretch. Final opening up of those hips. And bring it back to the center. Take those hands right outside. Pull the thighs back in. Now, holding onto the thighs, I want you to give a gentle rocking motion. Rock and rock, and come up to your seated pose. We're just going to come up seated right here. Since some of us may be going back to our computers or whatever before we leave today, we're going to take those fingertips, point them toward our legs, and just a gentle slight sway right and left. Now turn those hands over, fingers still pointed towards your legs, but now your palms are facing up. So I like to call this walking our hands. So just walk them, take them over and over, take them under and under, go through that, stretching them out. One more time, and release them. Take a big inhale. Drop your right hand. Look over your left shoulder. Drop it all the way behind you. Reach as far as you can over. Stretching your back. Bring it back. Big inhale. Stretching out our back like we did at the beginning, but finishing up right here over the other side. Do it again. This time, drop both hands. Take your hand to the outside of that thigh and look over your shoulder. Good. Big inhale. Take your left or your right, whichever way you're going. Drop it outside of the other thigh right here. Feeling that stretch and release. We're going to open and close. And remember, none of us are perfect anyway. No one is. So we're going to take today and be grateful. Say thank you for the little shortcomings or failings you may have, knowing that it's an opportunity not only to know and trust God more, but also to let Him do work His way in your life. So y'all, so glad you joined me. Thank you so much. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day.